Alright, everyone. Now, Mom, if you're watching this video, click off now, because I'm about to go on a rant. I'm gonna comb my hair in anger. Um, so for anyone out there who doesn't know me very well, you probably wouldn't know that Vic Mignogna is my all-time favorite voice actor. And I even had to post on Facebook that it's not because he's a freaking voice actor. He's an amazing person who has his whole career just been thrown down the toilet by people who are slandering his name with evidence that, let's just say, isn't exactly completely in context or even have any point to it at all. Now, I'm personally not good at editing, and I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to put my editor through editing this because, oh boy, I can tell you right now, if he has to edit it, oh boy, is he going to be upset at me because he understands how angry I am, but he doesn't like editing when I'm this enraged. He doesn't like awkward situations, basically. But I tell you right now, I'm not afraid to be an awkward ranting maniac because this bullshit is needing to stop. Yeah, that's right. I'm swearing in this video. Get used to it. Yeah. So thank you for anyone out there who is believing in Vic's side, because there's a difference between not having evidence that you can provide to support you and having evidence that's against you that is easily falsified, and in all the cases I've seen, it has been falsified. Go look up on the internet, any YouTuber. Let's see if I have them written down correctly. I've been watching a lot of these videos. You want to see what I have to say? Go to any of these people. XLover Newman Pro. I just watched that video. Very happy about that YouTuber because they covered a few stories that happened. Lost Pause. Believe it or not, I've always been a Lost Pause fan. I've been a Lost Pause fan since way back in the day. And that's because he doesn't sugarcoat things. He doesn't make up stuff to put a certain story into effect like people have been. He looked at the actual facts, and he doesn't get okay. If someone wants to offend him, he doesn't give a shit. He just doesn't. He's weird. He's weird. He's a weird YouTuber because he's okay with it. But if you want to accuse someone of something illegal, and not just that, but something that would throw their whole career down the shitter, well, let's just say that he goes and looks at the actual evidence, and he does his research. I've watched both of his videos on this subject, and I do recommend you watch all of these, but then there's, I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name right, but Hero Hei, I'm not very good at pronouncing those, and Superange 128. Now, the one from their channel is the episode where Vic apologizes and actually breaks down crying in the middle of a panel. He holds it together pretty well, but only because people are complete assholes towards him recently. And I'm so happy that this single panel, people were there saying, "It's okay, Vic, we're here for you." Like, they understand that this is complete bullshit. Like, this is not, why is this happening, you know? And personally, I'm enraged by this, because not only has he lost several invitations to cons that I personally don't go to, but that I like watching videos from, because people record these kinds of panels, the Q&As and all that. But it's letting down a lot of fans like myself, because his invitations were retracted and he's no longer allowed to be at those as a guest. You know what I mean? And not just that, but he's also had 2 voice acting roles taken away already. One of them is from a show that, as you guys know, I support 100%, and it's called Ruby. Right now, Rooster Teeth has got one hell of an angry man right behind their doorstep, and that's me. I'm very upset at Rooster Teeth because they more than anyone should know that things are not always true. I understand that as a company you kind of have to make choices, but look at evidence beforehand, like seriously. And that's why currently I'm not even rewatching Ruby with my mom, which I was getting her into the series. Her and I were pretty far into it. We were on volume 6. And I had to take a break from it because I was absolutely unable to watch it without going onto an angry rant. And trust me, my mom doesn't like it when I swear. So, anyways, all these 4 channels I recommend watching because, first of all, Lost Pause is the one I recommend the most. Lost Pause and XLover, or not XLover, Hero Hei, whatever his name is. I'm very sorry if I don't get your name right. They both actually look at the evidence behind this, and like they do a lot more research than anyone else who's been on the internet recently doing this story. At least that I've seen. I've seen a bunch of other channels too, but these are the ones that I recommend you go watch. Like I said, Superange 128, that was a channel that I saw that video where he was literally apologizing, like full-heartedly, sincerely apologizing to anyone who may have felt uncomfortable when he gives them a hug or a kiss on the cheek, which, by the way, I'm pretty damn sure that he has to get consent anyways, and he does. Um, and people who are saying that, oh, well, he touched me the wrong way. Bullshit. Do you really think you'd go up to a voice actor who has been known to give people gratitude for supporting him by hugging them, which, by the way, people normally ask him to hug them rather than him just doing it. He doesn't normally hug unless you tell him to. He doesn't just wrap you around. He might go like this, like to suggest that he's willing to give you a hug, but he doesn't go and wrap his arms around you unless you're able to walk into them. You know what I mean? He gives you a choice either way. And by the way, I'm speaking from experience. I've met the guy at, well, same convention, but 3 times. 3 times I've met the guy in person. And 3 times I've supported him in person. And 3 times I've gotten a cool, like, question set at these Q&As, but that's beside the point. I've met the guy. I've seen videos of him online. I've done everything it is to know about him, and I've done my research as well. But sadly, like I said, I don't edit very well, so I don't want to go ahead and make this crap any worse than it already may be with my awkwardness. That I want you guys to know. If you're going to go accuse someone, and you're going to falsify proof, be aware that that is illegal, first of all. Second of all, there's people who are going to look into it. Maybe not the law, but tell you right now, fans will, as seen in all these other channels. And third of all, you really better have a true story. Because you are throwing his whole life down the drain. You literally made a man who very rarely breaks down cry. Shut up, tablet. He cried at a Q&A where he's normally smiling, extremely happy, but because this whole crap has happened, you've made a beautiful, beautiful Christian, very strong, faithful man break down. Because those fans who supported him, a lot of them turned on him because they want to be part of a huge trend. If you want to be part of a trend, go join Tumblr and shut the fuck up. Because that's not how life works. You become famous from your own good doings, not from making up people's wrongdoings. So why don't you go and reevaluate your lives if you're one of those people? Oh, and if someone's going to say, oh, well, I know these stories are true. No, you don't. I can find any evidence. I am glad, I would be excited. If anyone has any stories that haven't already been covered by another YouTuber, go ahead. Bring them to me online. If someone says something online about this case, about Vic, go ahead and tell me. I can guarantee there's always going to be something that points against their evidence, because so far that's been the case for every single time someone provides evidence. I will gladly go do research because I know for a fact I will find something that proves that evidence to be falsified. And if you want to go find examples of that, go to any of those first 3 channels, and Superange 128 was not one of those channels, but that was the video where Vic actually cried on camera. The other 3 channels have provided examples of this. So if you're going to go and say something online about this, you better make damn sure that you're going to do it correctly. Because let's see if you were him, and you've been dedicated to your fans almost as much as they are dedicated to you, and you have been giving them your full support after years of you trying to make a living, which, by the way, voice actors don't earn that much. That's not how any voice acting job works. You don't get paid a ton because you're famous. That's not how it works. But he's just trying to make a living, do a job that he enjoys, and tell the fans that he appreciates them for supporting him. Let's see how you would feel if you were one of those people. Yeah. Treat others how you want to be treated. As corny AF as it may be, it's true. Because I can guarantee, if you become someone who's famous, you better be damn sure that if you're in this fight against Vic, I'm going to go and make up evidence against you. Just to prove a point. I will guarantee that I'll state that it's not true, but I suggest you get a life and you don't ruin his in the process. Yeah. One last thing I wanted to say was that for anyone who is supporting him, thank you full-heartedly. as one of his like most dedicated fans, I know that's saying a lot because there are a lot of people out there, but as someone who has never really recognized another voice actor, I don't know the names of many voice actors by heart. Vic is the only one I know because he's played so many roles in real life. Um, like at conventions, there's times when he's supported people. He's backed them up in scenarios where they can't support themselves, as well as just characters. Yes, I know characters aren't real, but the aura that he exhibits has always been positive and righteous, if you ask me. So if you guys want to go support him more, please go check out these other videos and show them some support as well, because right now we just need to get the word out because this is just complete utter bullshit what's going on. And I also want to point out that no matter what, you're innocent until proven guilty. It doesn't matter if it's in the court of law or not. Life does not work where if you're getting blamed for something, you're just automatically guilty. Because let's just say let's say someone called you communist, someone called you red, like back in the day. Think of how much in American history. Let's do that. The what was that era called? I can't remember. But where people were being called communist. Like, let's see how you would feel if you were back then. Someone called you communist, which happened a lot, and you were immediately your name just went down the shitter. Like seriously. That was a major point in American history because of all the people who were harmed during this era. This is exactly what's happening here. If you guys want to go and call someone something, have evidence. Because it doesn't matter if it's in the court of law or not. Until they're proven guilty, they're innocent. Bye, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video because I sure as hell didn't like talking about this because I wish this event never happened. And I just want to point out, even if Vic was a regular old person, which he really is, I would not support him any less. I posted on Facebook, if he were to retire today, I would support him for the rest of his life because he is a good person. I couldn't care less about the fame. He's a good person who does what's right and does not deserve to have his name dragged through the mud. So go think about that. See ya.